Well, it's now 17 minutes before 4 o'clock, and you could think of it as the Olympics meets Iron Chef, where training means making and tasting countless cakes and chocolates. A Burnaby teenager is representing Canada next week in the WorldSkills competition in Russia. Clarissa Roque is an apprentice with VCC's culinary program. She works at the bakery Chez Christophe in Burnaby as she leaves for the competition this Sunday, while Margaret Gallagher caught up with Clarissa Roque in the kitchen at Chez Christophe.
So right now we're in the pastry kitchen. So you'll see everyone there's making cakes and prepping for jam at the moment. Further in, there's the chocolate room, which is where I stay. I do all the chocolate bars, chocolate dragée, decorations, things like that.
And now you're going to kind of the Olympics of pastry and chocolate making, is that right?
Yeah, for like youth and trades. So there's over 50 different trades. It ranges from like pastry to fashion technology, graphic design, auto body repair, car painting. And what I'm competing in, there's over 60 different countries.
What kinds of things specifically do you have to do?
We have to make a sugar showpiece. We also have a 2-tiered buttercream cake and 20 hand-piped and hand-dipped chocolates.
How long does it take you to do each of those things?
For the showpiece, we have 4.5 hours. For the cake and a marzipan figurine, is another 4.5 hours the next day. And then on the third day, we have 4.5 hours again for chocolates and a mystery confection. And the last day is 2.5 hours, which is a complete mystery.
Now, do you get judged on how fast you can do it or how perfect it is, how it tastes? What sort of elements?
We get judged pretty much on everything, like our cleanliness, flavors, of course, and design.
And this is not your first skills competition?
No, this is my 4th time competing. I started competing when I was 15, and every year since then I've been competing with this.
How do you keep your cool in competition?
You just have to just keep going. Like when things go wrong, you really need to keep going. You can't focus on all the things that you've done wrong. You just need to think, okay, what's next, and just keep going with that.
You are 19 years old. When did you know that this is what you wanted to do?
I've heard from my parents that I started helping them out in the kitchen since I was 2 or 3, and every time they were making desserts, I would try to help them, and every time I got to help them, that meant that I got to eat these cookies or this cake or whatever, so being able to eat it and make it was that got me hooked.
My name is Christophe Bonzon, and I am the owner of Chez Christophe Chocolaterie Pâtisserie.
And how did you first meet Clarissa?
She applied to work for us. I am a certified ITA, so I can sponsor apprentices. We were really happy with her since the beginning. She's really dedicated person, really detail-oriented. And after, when she asked us to take more time off to prepare for competition, we were more than happy to support her.
What do you think makes Claire a good competitor?
She's very passionate. She's a pretty quick learner as well. She loves what she does. So I think that's all these things put together makes that you can really kind of shine. And of course, it's all the hard work that you put. If you are just passionate and dedicated, but you don't want to put the hard work behind it, you are not going to go as far, for sure.
Yeah, I guess she's eaten a lot of chocolate lately too, huh?
Yeah, no, she has to taste and practice.
So that's a year of 5 days a week training?
I would say, yeah, since now January of this year, she has been pretty much 5 days training, and she has been keep working a couple of days with us. Big dedication for sure.
So we're walking past all these different ovens, and oh my goodness, it smells so good.
So now we're in the chocolate room. And as you can see, we have a whole bunch of Nanaimo bars in our spray booth.
It's got a cake stand, and then it kind of looks like you've been spray painting a car or something here.
Yeah, this is for our matcha cake, all this green here, and we spray molds for our bonbons as well. It connects through the ceiling, and then there's a huge compressor at the back. You just fill this up with cocoa butter and chocolate, and then, you just spray it.
Yeah. So what category do you feel the strongest about?
I feel strongest with the buttercream cake. The 3 years that I've competed in secondary baking, every single year we had to make a buttercream cake, so I think that's something I'm most comfortable with. So it's a 2-tiered buttercream cake, and the theme is Formula One car racing. The flavor is apricot, almond, bit of amaretto in there.
And you came up with this yourself?
Yes, I did.
And how many chocolates have you eaten in the process of doing this?
Too many to count. Yeah, way too many to count. Yeah.
What does it mean for you to be 19 years old and heading to Russia and competing for Team Canada in chocolate and cake?
It's still something that I'm wrapping my head around, I guess. I guess it'll feel a lot more real once I'm there.
What do you love most about what you do?
Seeing people, when they eat my creations and things like that. Seeing that I'm able to bring joy to other people through what I make, I think that's really a good feeling.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, our mouths are watering, Clarissa. That's Clarissa Roque. She's heading to the WorldSkills competition in Kazan, Russia next week. She is going to represent Canada in the patisserie and confectionery category. That piece was produced by Margaret Gallagher.
What is that music?
She sounded so lovely. That is from
is that the Iron
Chef?
Okay,
Iron Chef
wow.
music. So it's Iron Chef meets Olympics. She's got
Yes.
a certain timeline to do this. She has to do certain types of skills over the 3-day competition. She's got it all set up for her. But doesn't she sound lovely? My goodness, she's got a lot of experience. At 19 years old, she's already competed in other competitions over the last 3 years. Buttercream.
That's my dream, is to know someone who's competing in a baking competition and needs a little help and knowing if this thing worked out.
I'm your friend. I can. We could just be tasters. Listen. I just elbowed in there. Just there. Did you notice how I did that?
We'll offer ourselves as good friends to novice bakers that are trying to work their way up to fame and glory in the patisserie world.
When you said fame and glory, did you hear the music crescendo
I did.
to fame and glory in the world of baking?
But here's the thing. No one gets to this fame and glory without people like you and
right.
I
With
who will help
honest
feedback.
Yeah, that's important.
Us taking a bite and spitting it out and throwing it onto the ground and saying, start over again. Wax on, wax off.
You've been watching too many baking shows, I think.
Too many other shows, too.
No. How's our Friday afternoon traffic looking?
Oh, yeah. We do have a lot of problems. It is a busy one out there, especially on the North Shore.